there, Battalion fans. Welcome back to Battalion Marching Orders, where today we have two guests on tap today, but they do happen to come from the same family. Yes, we're talking to the Christopoulos twins, Alex and Paul Christopoulos. First off, I want to start with you, Alex. I mean, we're going to be having an OHL season this year. That didn't necessarily seem like the case a couple months ago. Just your reaction when you found out that there would, in fact, be an OHL season in 2020.
Yeah, I mean, I was really excited. I couldn't wait to get back and see everybody and go back with the boys, and we're going to have a good season.
Yeah, Paul, how have you been spending the summer, the extended off season, so to speak, here these last couple of months?
We've been doing a lot of training. I mean, really putting our time in the gym and finding ice whenever we can. And we're just trying to get better here and out every day. And our training just keeps on getting harder and harder, but that's because we make it harder and we want to get better and prep for the season.
Do you guys find it an advantage that you guys are able to train together? I guess I'll direct this towards you, Alex, that you guys have one another to train with, not only just as hockey players, but as teammates.
Yeah, I mean, it's wonderful just training with my brother. We push each other every workout, and then, if he does an extra set, I do an extra set, and we just help each other to get better.
Now, how many almost fights have you guys gotten in this over the summer here, Paul?
Quite a lot. No, I'm kidding. No, we don't fight a lot. The only things we fight about is who does the extra bicep curl.
That's the answer that we like to hear. It's all about the gains now.
Yeah.
I'm curious though. You guys obviously are probably coming from a hockey family. What's it like growing up? What got you guys into the game, Alex? I'll direct us towards you. What drew you guys towards the game of hockey, and was it both of you equally as excited for it?
No, I mean, when our parents first put us on skates, I just couldn't get away from it. I just liked it so much. I like skating, and then when they put us in hockey, it was just fun.
Now, Alex, were you always a forward?
Yeah, no, I wasn't. I was a defenseman at the start.
All right. And Paul, how about you? Were you always a defenseman?
I was always a defenseman. Actually, me and my brother were defense partners at one point.
When did you guys get separated?
When we were our first year when we came to Don Mills Flyers, our coach Mark Slauson separated us, and he put Alex forward, and he tested that out, and it worked out for us.
How do you feel? What about playing on the blue line? Do you kind of enjoy there, Paul?
I like watching the play and seeing where everyone is. I got the full view of the ice, and I can see where everything is. I can make plays. I can think a step ahead of everyone else, and it's just being on the point. It's like you're the safe house.
Safe house. I've never actually heard that analogy before. You hear quarterback, you hear kind of the commander of the power play. You never heard the safe house. That's a new one. Chalk that one up to Paul Christopoulos, everyone. The Don Mills Flyers, you guys came from potentially one of the most legendary pre-junior hockey teams ever, with just some of the talent that came out of that. Alex, I want to get your thoughts on just what that season was like when you were playing with Don Mills Flyers just before you get drafted. You guys go nearly perfect all year long. And just what was the atmosphere amongst that team like? What made it so special?
Yeah, I mean, it was just playing together with all great players. I mean, we all bonded together as a group on and off the ice. And I think that helped us a lot through transitioning our game and moving the puck and just creating good chances of winning games.
And Paul, I want to get your thoughts on one of your teammates from Don Mills, and that's Shane Wright. Of course, he was first overall selection a couple years ago, making a name for himself in the O. What was it like going up against him in practice as you're a defense and he's coming down on you? What do you have to say about Shane Wright's game and just being his teammate?
Oh, just him coming down the wing on a 3-on-2. Like he gets crafty, and you don't know what he's gonna do with the puck. And he makes one move or one sharp turn, and he's going the other way. And he's got good hockey sense. He's quick, speed, and his IQ's up there.
And sticking with the Flyers there too, Alex, I'll throw this to you. You guys were able to play with another one of your teammates from that very same team the next year, Liam Arnsby. I mean, what was it like just having that familiarity in the dressing room last year, not only just to be able to be around, but also on the ice, because you guys all got playing time last year and lots of it.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of my best friends, and we played on a great line for 5 years with Don Mills, actually, with him, and played with him last year too. Just going in with him is fun.
Paul, I want to get your thoughts on your first season with the Battalion on the blue line there. I mean, you're 16 years old, you get 50 plus games of experience. What was one of the harder adjustments that you had to make as a blue liner in the OHL?
One tough adjustment was keeping up with these guys. I mean, these OHL players, they're very smart and they're very quick. And as the season went on for me, I kind of felt like I adjusted it better. I caught up to their speed. I knew what they were doing, and I felt more comfortable as the season went on, which helped me do my best ability of what I can do, which is like playmaking and skating and joining rushes. I felt more confident, which I thought helped my game a lot.
Alex, same question to you. As a forward, what were some of the adjustments that you had to get used to in the OHL?
Yeah, I mean, just playing with new teammates and just playing with a bunch of group of guys in different age groups. And, it's hard coming in as a rookie, but you got to play through it. You got to put your mind to it, and you just got to work hard.
Alex, just how would you kind of overall assess your season last year? I mean, personally, obviously a season of growth, but for the team, it was a bit of a roller coaster ride. Just how do you just kind of assess a year like that had so much going on, plus the pandemic that came on? Like, how would you describe your rookie year in the OHL?
Like as a team, or
just like from your point of view, like what's a word that comes to mind for it?
Like I think I got better throughout the season. Like I started working harder, and I got my assistant coach, Scott Ray. He pulled me after practice with a rope. He tied it around my waist, and he pulled me back with the rope, and then we got faster.
So that's some in-depth training there too. What about you, Paul? How would you just, whether it's a line or a word or kind of a phrase, how would you just kind of describe your rookie season in the OHL?
I thought it was very very interesting. It was like at the start it was all fun. Just it was interesting the way it ended. But at the start of the season, you get used to going road trips and bus rides and going to hotels with your teammates and rooming with them and going out to eat lunches with the team, just doing team bonding stuff like we had wing night, and I thought all that stuff was fun and it was different. It's different experience from minor hockey, especially as us being our first years in the OHL, and it's a different living experience. You learn how to mature yourself, and you learn how to adjust, and you learn new it's time management. You know how to time yourself better.
So now that you guys have essentially a full season of games under your belt, heading into your 17-year-old season, that's not something a whole lot of rookies in the OHL or sophomores, let's say it, in the OHL can say. What are some things that you want to see in your game? I'll throw this to you first, Alex. What are some things that you want to improve upon this season in your second year in the O?
Everybody's in room for improvement. And for me, I think it's mostly my skating. That's why I got Scott Ray to pull me after practice for resistance training to pick up my speed. And we got to do the little stuff better too, like chip out pucks and like indirectly and like move the puck around. And yeah.
What about you, Paul, on the back end? What's something that you really want to focus on this season?
Just being a more efficient skater and just being able to use my teammates better and finding open spots and doing all the little things better, like skating, like joining rushes and helping my teammates and helping the team especially too.
You guys got Ty Nelson coming to the team this year as the first overall picked in the priority selection. Now, did you guys play against him in the GTHL?
Yes, we did.
What do you remember from some of those matchups?
We played a few games against him. We don't really remember much, but the team that he was on wasn't the best. That's all I remember.
But either way, you got a guy who's coming in, a rookie defenseman coming in here with a lot of expectations on him. And you can almost serve as a mentor. Is that something that you're going to try and maybe work on a little bit, Paul, is just working with Ty on that adjustment into the OHL like you were mentioning?
Yeah, of course. I'd be more than happy to give him tips and welcome him into the OHL with nice comfort and just help him along the way.
Now, you guys are twins, so I feel like you kind of get grouped together in a lot of categories for some reason. Paul, I want to ask you something about Alex. What's the biggest difference between that? The thing that Alex makes different than you as a twin that people may not know about?
Well, for me, because we're twins, I have a higher birthmark on my cheek than he does. But then other than that, everything's pretty much the same.
So like interests and everything we're talking here, everything.
Hobbies all the same.
Alex, do you agree with that?
Maybe different desserts we like.
Just the sweet tooth. Well, so Alex, what's your favorite dessert then?
I love to eat cheesecake.
Then what's yours, Paul?
I like my pastries.
So that's the only difference between you two, aside from the positions you play on the ice there too.
Yes,
Besides,
that too, yeah.
Just wrapping up now, your message individually, we'll start with you, Paul, to Battalion fans this year who will be tuning into games. What can they expect if they choose to watch?
Go Troops, go. Just excitement and a lot of hard plays and lots of hits, and I think we're going to be a dirty team. Not dirty team, just like heavy grinders, like a tsunami.
Dirty in the good way of hockey, like a dirty move, not a dirty hit from behind.
Yes.
What about you, Alex? What your message to Battalion fans?
To play against.
Yeah.
Play against.
Yeah, get ready. It's going to be a good year. With all the new players coming in, and we'll be better. Just be ready. Be excited.
Paul and Alex Christopoulos of the North Bay Battalion, thank you both very much for taking the time here today.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Greg.